Top Notch family, what is going on? So, in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the Jordan Poole for CJ McCollum trade and why I believe the Wizards did win this trade. But before we do start, if you guys enjoy NBA content, we do upload every single day. Our goal this year is to upload for 365 days, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Continue to keep liking, sharing, subscribing. Let's get back in today's video. So, this just was reported by Shams. It was a Wizards and Pelicans trade. And the Wizards received CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a future second round pick. And the Pelicans received Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey, and the number 40th pick. Now, let's start off from the Pelicans' perspective of why they did this deal. CJ McCollum was on an expiring deal. They wanted to get something out of him. This Pelicans team still wants to compete. And so they felt like Jordan Poole could be the replacement of CJ. Jordan Poole is only 26 years old. He's still a 20-plus point scorer. And you could tell that he grew up these last couple years. And I mean, if you're getting the Jordan Poole from obviously the Golden State Warriors, teaming up with Zion, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and DeJounte, I mean, that's something fun to watch for. Like it is. You also have the 40th pick, so maybe you could package more picks to move up in the draft. And then also you get a solid role player in Sadiq Bey. So I understand the Pelicans' perspective of it. They're still trying to compete. They got something out of the CJ McCollum trade. They did take on a bigger contract and Jordan Poole, but they're fine with that. They're obviously trying to still win games with Zion being the number one option. Now, when we look at the Washington Wizards, people are going to be like, why would they do Jordan Poole for CJ McCollum? Well, the reason why they did this is because we all know the Wizards are not in the position to win anything at this moment. They're in the position where they're taking on contracts, expiring deals. CJ McCollum and Kelly Olynyk are expiring deals, meaning they will be off the books next year. They already have Chris Middleton. They already have Marcus Smart, Kelly Olynyk, CJ McCollum. That's like 86, 90, or close to 100 mil off the books, meaning in 2026, 2027 offseason, they're going to have $100+ million to spend. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of money you can throw at players to improve this Wizards team. That's the reason why they took on this deal. And the best thing about it is that they didn't have to give up a first-round pick to get rid of Jordan Poole's contract. Typically, when a player has a bad contract, you have to give up draft capital. They didn't. Like, they gave up the 40th pick, cool, but then they also received a second-round pick. So it kind of, crosses it out. So I do think the Wizards won this deal, but I do think it's a fair deal for both teams. I do. I really do, right? Because everybody is in different positions. Pelicans are still trying to win. They're still trying to compete. And that's why I like the Jordan Poole edition. But then the Wizards, they're in a position where they're rebuilding. They're trying to get as much cap space as possible, get much draft capital as possible to build that young core around SAR and stuff like that. And they also still have the top pick in this year's class, which is tomorrow. So that's kind of the explanation of this trade. I know a lot of people saying, oh, Pelicans won this trade and this and that, and that's fine. That's your opinion. But I think the Wizards did their thing here. And typically, I don't give the Wizards front office a lot. With them trading Denny Abdia just didn't make sense to me at all. But hey, new front office, new coaching staff, they're doing something right.